All right, standing at 21 feet tall, the Soul Pole is more than just a former telephone pole. The Black Heritage Society calls it a beacon of pride that tells back the black history of black people in Seattle's Central District. Fox 13's Brian Jackson and photojournalist Kobe Murdoch bring us this edition of the Soul of the CD.
In this edition of Soul of the CD, we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the structure being installed at the Douglas Truth branch of the Seattle Public Library.
A work that represents the stories of African American history and the injustices over 400 years. As I think back on the 5 decades that the Soul Pole has stood here and look out at all of you, I'm struck by how this artwork has brought people together both then and now. In the late 1960s, the Soul Pole was literally carved by and for this community. This Central District community was also involved in helping the Soul Pole find its home at the library. After the Rotary Boys Club generously decided to give the Soul Pole to us, it took several years of tireless follow-up by community activists such as Dr. Millie Russell before the gift was accepted and the Soul Pole was installed.
My father is Rakib Mueed. He was the art director of the Rotary Boys Club and one of the people involved in creating this Soul Pole. The Soul Pole is a depiction of the history of African Americans from the motherland Africa to America. It starts at the bottom when we were there in Africa and we were taken. It moves up to our slavery, and when you get to the top, it is supposed to represent the emancipation and wholeness of African American people in America. Art is actually one of the equalizers of the world. Art and music. Music is an art form in of itself, but I think some of the hard discussions and conversations that we don't have are easier and more palatable through the arts. You know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So the Soul Pole has told probably a good million of words for its existence. So I think that art is very, very necessary in our community. And it's a shame when you hear on the news about some of these schools trying to get rid of art. I think that's a big mistake. If you don't know much about the Soul Pole, find out about the Soul Pole. It definitely represents creativity, it represents struggle, it represents triumph, it represents everything that we as American people are striving for on a daily basis. So get to know it, you'll come to love it.
And back in 2021, the condition of the Soul Pole was deteriorating, so the library worked with conservationists and the Black Heritage Society to restore this historic piece of art. And going forward, the Soul Pole will receive routine maintenance every 5 years to maintain its shape and extend its life.
Well, every month we bring you a new story from Seattle Central District highlighting the area's rich history and those living there today making their own mark. You can watch past stories, by the way, on fox13seattle.com.